measured not just in accomplishments, but in lives touched. You are evidence that we got this. We thank you for your contribution and lifetime of service to our community. To the scholarship recipients, you are not starting from scratch. You are starting from legacy. You are stepping into rooms your ancestors prayed for, and you are carrying the hopes of women who built bridges they never got to cross. Congratulations. You further demonstrate that we got this. May we continue to be women who build, women who lift, women who restore, and women who rise. And may every young woman here today know that you are not alone. You are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses who believe in your future. So ladies, I want you to think about, it's been an interesting season for Black women. As we notice the strategy to silence, smear, sabotage, and slander us, whether it's Cori Bush, Michelle Obama, Stacey Abrams, Vice President Kamala Harris, or Jasmine Crockett. We are witnessing a systemic attack of unprecedented measures because our power upsets the status quo. According to 2024 Pew Research data, and I'm a nerd, so I always love to throw some data in, 38% of young Black women have earned a college degree compared to 26% of Black men. This is a dramatic rise from 30 years ago when only 14% of Black women held bachelor's degrees. Black women earn the majority of all degrees awarded to Black students. Yes. The American Association of University Women reports that Black women earn 64.1% of all bachelor's degrees awarded to Black students, 71.5% of all master's degrees, and 65.9% of all doctoral, medical, and dental degrees awarded to Black students. In some states, Colorado, Maryland, Georgia, Virginia, and Massachusetts, over 40% of Black women hold degrees, according to NCES data summarized in 2025 reporting. Black women are earning degrees at faster rates than many other groups. College acceptance rates for Black women is high, 68% above the national average. Black women are achieving, and why? Because we got this. And despite our advancement, there is disproportionate student loan burden, with Black women holding the highest median debt among women of color and lower access to merit-based scholarships relative to our enrollment share. That's why your scholarship program is so important, because without it, many of our young women would not be able to go to college. And when you see what's happening now, where professional degrees are now going to be not paid for and have a cap on them, it's going to require us more now than ever to support, to start supporting each other. Once again, y'all, we show up for each other because we got this. I wrote a book recently called Front Porch Wisdom, and the reason why I wrote the book was because I wanted to talk about, for me, the importance of the front porch. When I was growing up in Shreveport, Louisiana, the front porch was the place. Thank you, my home. Shreveport had, in my grandma's community, all these front porches. And it was a place where I saw elders sit out. They watched what was happening in the neighborhood. They saw who was going in each other's houses. Probably shouldn't have been going in each other's houses. They looked around. They protected the neighborhood. But on top of that, what I saw was intergenerational wisdom being passed down. I saw women get their hair braided, and you listen to sisters share their testimonies and their stories. Y'all, more now than ever, we gotta start having our own front porches. We got to start creating spaces like this where we come together and share information, because it's so easy to get caught up in social media and what it's telling us about us, and that's not always true. So I want to encourage you to start thinking about, how are you sharing your wisdom? So often our young people are disconnected from us because we are too traumatized by our pain to share it with them and let them see the resilience that we actually have. And so I want to encourage you that if we're going to be successful in this environment, we must be willing to draw from the experiences and wisdom of one another, especially our elders and those who have gone on before us. I'm going to preach a little bit. So I told my daughters, I'm sorry, I always go scripture in. The Bible references in Hebrews 12:1, quote, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, Let us drop everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race that is marked out for us. I'm thankful for my daughter and my mother, but I think about my grandmothers. I think about Thelma Gilliard Pinckney and Mary Harris Shepherd McGaskey, who believe that, in my mind, I believe that they are part of my cloud of witnesses. When I think about that, I imagine that I am being propelled and soared on because of what these women went through. And I think about many of our clouds of witnesses have struggled, have seen heartache, experienced heartbreak. These women were othered, were mistreated, abused, taken, beaten, broken, and even used. Our cloud of witnesses